I'm going to get this stunt if it kills me and everyone involved in this production.
Dan, I've got health and safety for you.
Welcome. Thank you, health and safety. Onwards. With caution.
First of all, this show is absolutely incredible. It's a brilliant series that takes us behind the scenes of one of these big budget superhero movies in such a comedic way, but it also highlights the unsung heroes that get these movies made, which I absolutely appreciate. I used to be a former set PA when I started off, so this show I love this show. It's incredible. But Lolly, first question for you. How does Dag navigate the challenge of choosing the chaos of working in this fictional film, Tecto, especially after her experience on the movie set? I think it.
Yes, yeah. I think she is so laser focused on becoming possibly an exec or even ahead of the studio. And I think she just like focuses on that throughout the chaos, and that's kind of her guiding light. And I think she's quite unflappable. I think like things that would kind of knock other people off course kind of roll off her like water off a duck's back. So I think she's confident and like steadfast in her ambitions, and that kind of carries her through.
Incredible. Now, Darren, you play Pat, the studio producer for the franchise. Can you talk a little bit about Pat and some of the challenges he faces from the film Tecto?
Yeah, sure. He is on a mission to make sure that these two movies, Tecto and Centurios 2, go off without a hitch. And we have to make sure that Centurios 2 gets more of the resources, because that is the tentpole. And as the season goes on, we realize that Tecto might just be a little bit of a write-off. Could be a write-off movie.
Absolutely. Now, I related to your character the most. You play Bryson, the assistant to the Maximum Studios head, Shane. How does Bryson's role reflect the often overlooked but crucial work assistants do in the film industry?
Yeah, okay. Bryson is the linchpin of this entire operation, okay? Yes. It is said of Bryson that the contents of his brain are so important that they make him wear a helmet when he goes jogging on the weekends.
Yep.
I don't think anyone can really overstate the importance of this guy. You know, without him, the entire Jenga tower falls down. Is my point coming across?
And Bryson knows more than Shane, because Shane's not on set.
Yes.
Bryson knows it all.
Yeah.
Bryson knows it's going to be all his one of these days. He just knows it's going to happen. Lolly, can you talk about working with Sam and John on this show? They are absolutely phenomenal creators. Can you talk about the collaboration process working with them?
It was amazing. I'd worked with John before. I was a huge fan of his. So it was an incredible opportunity to get to work with him again. Obviously slightly overwhelming to work with Sam Mendes, but I think like from the very beginning, I felt very safe. And like in one of the first table reads, he kind of talked through kind of the grand scale and like the cinematic edge that the show was going to have. And also like the logistics of the fact that we would be filming Tecto and there would be real cameras filming that, and there would be monitors, and everything was just kind of planned to perfection, and given that like grand scale that I think it needs, and kind of like almost takes it out of just like your average half-hour comedy. I think it balances sitcom and cinema like very well.
I couldn't agree with you more. Darren, I love the Comic-Con episode that Pat starts prepping for. How do you think Pat's story in the franchise serves to illuminate the hidden chaos of the behind the scenes of a superhero movie?
I think more just that the stakes are so high, and that at any moment, it's almost like he explodes with enthusiasm for the expectations of this of the franchise, and he gets a little bit in over his head. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, Isaac, I feel that Bryson is a guy that will say yes to almost anything. How does Bryson handle the pressures and responsibilities of being an assistant to the head of Maximum Studios?
He's on a lot of medication.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all right.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Now, for all of you, in what ways do you think the franchise will resonate with both movie industry insiders and the general audience?
Hopefully people see it as an office comedy in the world of filmmaking, right? Nice 10-word setup. Yeah, that's what, so they'll relate to it in that way. hopefully. They'll be able to see, oh, that's a boss, that's an underling, that's someone who doesn't want to do what they think is they don't want to do. I'm telling you. I literally felt in that moment my brain sizzle out.
We're almost there, Darren. It did make sense. Now, Lolly, how does Dag handle the pressures of making everything run smoothly on set amid the unpredictable world of superhero movie making?
I think she just doesn't take anything too seriously. I think she knows that this isn't life or death, even though everyone else is acting like it is. And so she kind of throws things off at the end of the day, doesn't really take her work home with her, doesn't respect superhero movies particularly, and so is able to completely compartmentalize the drama from like her own personal life.
Now, the last question I have for all of you, and we'll start with you, Isaac, is what did you want to bring to your role that wasn't on the page?
Oh, wow. It's hard to say because there's so much that's on the page. I mean, there was so much of the work was already done for me. I mean, they gave me such a fun character to play, and they give you these little glimpses of him throughout. They kind of pepper in these little moments that would surprise me and kind of give me a little bit more a little more understanding of him. So yeah, to answer your question, I didn't feel like I had to bring anything that wasn't there because there was so much there for me.
How about yourself, Darren?
Yeah, I didn't want to like hedge. I wanted to go strong, go hard for what was demanded of me to be truthful to the story and to kind of make sure that the stakes were really high. I didn't want to kind of soften this guy at all.
Absolutely. Lolly?
I think it's definitely there on the page, but I definitely wanted people to want Dag to succeed, even though she's not really wanting the film to succeed. I didn't want her to just be a kind of destructive force within the crew. So I think like hopefully people are rooting for her just as much as they're rooting for Tecto to be a success.
Absolutely. Well, look, all of you are incredible. 8 episodes went so fast. I'm already waiting for season 2. Thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
I'd like to fire the sound man.
Okay, you can't do that.
He's wearing the indoor scarf. I thought only directors wear the indoor scarf. Is he mocking me?